I was simply someone who loved scooter because for me, scooter, it was freedom. It was happiness. It was movement. It was a way to run away from everyday problems. Running through the city, feeling the air, looking at the streets from a different perspective, this kind of feeling that is really hard to explain to someone who's never experienced it. And then I thought, what if I share this? What if I show that riding a scooter can be fun, but also practical and alternative way to move through the city? And this is how my first video was born. And honestly, it was scary. It was my first talking video, and I had no idea how hard it would be to hear my own voice and accept it. Turkish is not my native language, so I had to re-record again and again because I kept making mistakes. I had no editing skills. I was immature, but I had an idea and a wish to share something that made me genuinely happy. At first, I thought I was just sharing writing videos. But with time, I realized a video is never just a video. Once you post it, it keeps on living in people's mind, in the way they interpret it, in what they feel from it, in what they remember after scrolling, and even in what they decide to do after watching your videos. And that, to me, is what an echo is. An echo is not just the sound that repeats itself. It's a part of you that keeps on living in other people. So, at first, I was really happy with what I was doing, and I wanted to share my happiness. I thought, if it makes me happy, maybe it could make someone else happy too. So I started posting. And at first, it was about my rights, but soon, my content stopped being about myself only. It became about interactions with people, their stories, their kindness, their voices. And then I realized it much deeper. People started recognizing me on the street. They would say, "Are you that girl? Are you crying on the scooter? By mistake, I follow you on Instagram." And I realized, it's not my Instagram page anymore. It's a part of my life. Then the messages came. People would ask what kind of scooter I use. They would say, "I bought a scooter and I started riding because I watched your video." They would ask me for their advice. They would tell me problems and tell me their accomplishments. And in the end, without even expecting it, I became outlaw for some of them. Which is really interesting because in Ukrainian we don't have outlaw. I felt myself a little bit old at this time. So yeah, at this time I realized content is never just content. Because nowadays, we usually think that social media is something fast, quick, disposable. You watch the reel, you love, you scroll, but I don't think it's particularly true, because something stays. Sometimes a video can be comfort, it can be encouragement, it even can make you smile on a bad day. And to me, that is a good echo. A good echo is when something you create leaves behind positive feeling. It doesn't have to be something huge or dramatic, no. Sometimes it can be simply making someone feel better. Sometimes it can be making someone feel seen. And sometimes it can be making someone feel that they can do it too. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to show this, but unfortunately I put the page first. Okay. Okay. So, on the internet, we usually watch copied content, trending content, AI slop, There's something that gets attention for 1 second and then disappears the next. But if you want to create meaningful and long-lasting content, this is not enough. Trends come and go. Algorithms will always change. But what makes you, you, is your personality, your voice, and that thing that makes you, you. It's not about views or likes only. It's about building the community. It is about people who trust your voice and wait for what you have to say next. Also, good echoes are about values. When I shared my scooter rides, I wanted to share that it's not only fun, but also responsible. I wanted to share that being positive in the traffic is better than fighting, shouting. I wanted to show that in the stressful city life, there is still place for human kindness, for human connection, and for humor even. But, of course, not all echoes are good. And I have to say this honestly, because usually we think of social media as the place of creativity, community, inspiration, so great, right? But sometimes it's about judgment, pressure, hate, comparison. When I first shared my video, I got a lot of negative comments. And the reasons were absurd. Like, I was asking myself, why? What did I do? Did I insult someone? Did I break the rules, brag about it? Did I hurt someone? No. The reason was really funny. I said that the roads near my house were bad, and there would be hate. You learn a difficult lesson, no matter what you do. You cannot be liked by everyone. And especially at the beginning, you will get criticism. And I say will very confidently because it will come, I know. If you create publicly, you'll be judged publicly. And then I stopped to think, why would someone open my video, go to the comment section, take their time, and write this hateful, nasty comment? Why? Well, in reality, you cannot make everyone happy. And those people who write those hateful comments, usually they don't see the immediate effect of what their words have. Wait, I will shade this. Wait. Okay. So I just put the wrong slide here, whatever. They don't see the effect their words have on you. They don't think that there is a person reading this, right? And they are alone with their boredom, their hates, or maybe they just want to throw this anger somewhere, and they throw it at you because you're the easiest one. And also there is comparison. And I think lots of content creators can relate. Because imagine, you spent hours making a video, okay? You carefully choose your words. You think, oh, okay, it's meaningful. It has some good idea in it. You share it, you get hundreds of views. Then, you make video like 2 minutes, and you use some trend, right? Trading sound. And you get thousands of views. Algorithms always change. And you start asking yourself a very dangerous question. Should I do what everyone else is doing? The pressure is real. And I think both yes and no. Look, as a content creator, we have to adapt. Okay, so we have to use the trending sounds, formats, in order just to be visible to people so they can see us, right? But no at the same time, because you cannot make it your whole personality. If everyone uses what already works, the internet would be a gray mass of sameness. Everyone would be the same, right? And people, they may watch copied content, those trends, right? But they don't connect with it in a real way. They follow you because you're real, because you is you. And there is also a very dark echo which I want to talk about. It's cyberbullying. My content was never controversial, okay? I just share my rights and connection with people, but even at every one of my videos, you can find at least 1 or 2 hateful comments. And you would ask yourself, why does it happen? And as I said, people, they don't see the immediate reaction. They don't stop to think, oh, my comment will be read. No. They write the comment, it takes maybe 1 minute, they forget about it. But you, the person who's reading it, you carry all of this. That is why I think we really need to talk about all these things. About hatred, about pressure, about cyberbullying, because you, as a creator, the person who wants to share a meaningful message, right? You get discouraged. You may start doubting yourself. Your self-esteem may hurt because positive feedback puts our self-esteem up, and the negative feedback can lower our mood. You start to become quieter. And maybe that message that was really meaningful to you, and you didn't post it because of this discouragement, will never reach the right audience. That is why I think echoes are really important. Let me show you, for example, this is messages that stayed with me. This is when people, they started to buy scooter because they got inspired. This is the good echoes I get, because my community, the community I built, is the best one. When people meet me, I have never seen any bad person. Everyone is so tatlı. That's what I'm gonna say. And the same, there's dark echoes that I said. I get lots of hatred, especially at the beginning. I don't know if I had to say this. The person would say, well, I hope one day you will put out in the kalmak. That was my first, what I got. Of course, I deleted it, that's why you cannot see it here. And to everyone who is here, what I want you to remember, to be different, you don't have to force originality artificially. No, you just have to be yourself honestly. And being authentic is what matters. Now, of course, you can post whatever you want. You can post some AI stuff, you can post some trending videos only, but people are not here for perfect editing, perfect picture. They are here because you're real. They follow you because they can connect with you. And every video you share, it leaves an echo behind. It does not disappear in the abyss. The same way when you say something, it does not disappear. Videos keep on living in other people. And, and if I want you to remember just one thing from me, okay? May it be this. First, do not be afraid to create, okay? Do not be afraid to post. But also, do not lose your authenticity just because internet tells you that you have to be the same, like everyone else. And to my younger audience, I want to be an example. If I could do it, you can do it too. You don't have to have perfect editing skills. You don't have to have this equipment. You can make, like maybe you have accent. It's okay, you make mistakes. You can have fear, anxiety. But it's important that you do. It's important that you post and don't lose yourself. Because this way, you can live the echo that really matters. Thank you.